Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on paladins. The paladin I'm going to create will be a dwarf, just to change things up. Normally, all the races for the best build would be human, but any race can play any class. A paladin has to be lawful good. They follow a code of conduct. They have to be honest, not use poisons, not cheat, not steal, and they have to abide by any promises they make. If they violate the code, they lose all their abilities except for their proficiencies. The paladin has the best base attack bonus in the game, like a fighter, so they get essentially a base attack bonus of 1 for every level they have. The best ability scores for a paladin is charisma, strength, and con. Charisma is all your paladin actual abilities and spells. Strength for melee, of course, and constitution for hit points. You need to be able to take a hit. The dwarf stat bonuses is constitution, wisdom, both get a +2, and charisma gets a -2. So because of that, I would put the highest stat into charisma. And then I'd put the middle stat into constitution because you'll get a +2. And then your next highest stat before that would have been into strength, so you have a really good melee. Your hit dice is D10, so you got a fighter's hit dice, so you can take a hit. The feats that I would select as a paladin as I'd level up would be power attack at first level, because the style of paladin I'd play would be a two-handed weapon wielding paladin. At level 3, I'd take cleave, so that way I could hit an opponent and then hit another opponent, so multiple attacks in a round just by successfully hitting. After that, I would take Sunder at 5th level, so that way I could break weapons or armor or shields that are in my way from hitting him easier. If I went to level 7, which is not typical to what I'm doing for these videos, I would take leadership and gain me a follower, so I'd have 2 characters in the run. Okay, so level 1, well, first paladin gets their best saves are their fortitude and their will. So if you end up in a lot of situations where reflex saves keep failing you, you should take the feat that improves your reflex by 2. At level 1, you get Aura of Good. So your level of paladin is how powerful of a good creature you are when a detect good spell is used. You get Detect Evil within 60 feet. You have to focus for 3 turns on something to determine how evil it is, and so on and so forth. You get Smite Evil once per day. It is based off sight. You pick a target that you can see, and you can say, I wish to smite that. And then it's active for 24 hours. While it's active, you get your charisma bonus to your attack rolls. You get to add your level to damage. The rules are kind of little fuzzy on this, so I allow it for every attack against that one creature you're smiting. You get a bonus of 2 times your level in damage against an evil outsider, so a demon or a devil or anything with evil outsider subtype, an evil dragon, or an undead. Also, against that target, you get to add your charisma bonus to your armor class, because it's harder for them to hit you. The equipment I would give this paladin starting out would be either greatsword or great axe. I'd give him a sling for his ranged weapon because it's not as important. It's his dump stat, but it always helps to be able to hit something that's flying when you're grounded. And then a morning star, so he can do bludgeoning and piercing damage, which his other weapon choices would not allow him to do. I'd start him out with scale mail, and I'd upgrade to breastplate and then full plate as soon as possible. At level 2, you get Divine Grace, which allows you to add your charisma bonus to all your saves. So if you're failing a saving, your strong saving rolls, your fort or your will, you probably rolled really bad. Also at 2nd level, you get Lay on Hands, which allows you to use this ability half your paladin level plus your charisma modifiers. So minimum of, let's say your charisma modifier is 3 with this dwarf, so 4 times a day at this level. When you use it, you can heal 1d6 per 2 Paladin levels. So you are now the party's next best healer to the cleric. If you don't have a cleric, you are the best healer. At level 3, you get Aura of Courage. You become immune to fear effects. And then, so anything that calls shaken or whatnot would not affect you. And your allies within 10 feet of you gain a +4 to their saves versus those fear effects. You also get Divine Health at this level, which makes you immune to all diseases. You also get Mercy at this level. I picked Fatigued, so that way if you have a barbarian in the party and he rages, he is technically fatigued afterwards, so you can then go over and use your Mercy on him to heal him and remove the fatigue thing. He can rage immediately if needed. At level 4, you get your first access to Paladin spells, which is only your bonus spells. So if your Charisma is a +1 or higher bonus, you get 1 first level spell. And that I picked between Bless Water and Bless Weapon based on the situation you're in and what's going on. And then the next level you would get actually 1 first level spell, so I would have both of them prepared. You get Channel Lay on Hands, which you use 2 uses of your Lay on Hands and you can channel like a cleric, so you can fill an area with positive energy and heal a group of people. With this, you might want to look into Selective Channel as a future feat, so you can not heal the enemies that are alive and living creatures while you're trying to heal your allies. You also get Smite Evil 2 times per day at this level. At level 5, you get Divine Bond. This allows you to have an animal companion, more or less. It's a little weird in Pathfinder. You get to summon it. In 3rd edition, it was a magical creature, but you didn't summon it. You performed a ritual, a prayer or whatever, and then later it came from the woods to you. And then it was your magical animal companion. This one's more like you summon the creature from the celestial plane, and it pops up to you. So it's more like familiars and stuff, and it's kind of as far as flavor goes for me. Other feat options you could consider for this one is Extra Lay on Hands, gives you an extra 2 uses of it per day. Extra Mercy would give you access to another Mercy of the appropriate levels you have access to. Those are other ways to create that Paladin to deal out the damage and the abilities. So if you have any questions or any comments, put them down below. Paladins aren't my favorite class because of a lot of the restrictions, but they are fun to play when you're not in a party full of evil bastards. But that is the common group that I'm in, so it's always fun to play like a cleric instead. Until we meet again.